And every now and then something happens that change our lives forever. My gorgeous Leonie, you are going to have your moment in August. You are gonna be blown away what is about to happen to you. What is about to happen to you, it's going to turn around your life forever. What is going to happen to you, it's going to bring the whole new meaning to your life. And this in itself, it's going to happen in such a way where you are gonna be absolutely blown away about this realization, this opportunity, something that, oh my God, you wanted to happen so badly, something that you wanted to happen for so long, but it just hasn't been happening. It just hasn't been happening. And this is what exactly it's going to take place. It's to do with something that you were dreaming about, thinking about for so long, okay? And it's also to do with something that you kind of like, almost like forgot about, because you just thought this is never, ever, ever going to happen. Well, you're in for an absolutely mind-blowing surprise. And I want you to understand that the 20th and the 21st of August are going to play an absolutely massive role in your life, because by 20th and the 21st of August you already will be on some kind of a journey. Do you understand what I mean? By the 20th and the 21st of August, you already are going to be, you're going to come from some kind of journey. By then, you're already going to have some kind of a journey or some kind of a trip somewhere. And this trip and journey that you are going to have, the experience that you are going to have on this trip and journey, it's going to be so completely out of this world, highly spiritual. By then and there, you will know exactly what are you going to do with your life and how your life is going to unfold. All I can say to you, my gorgeous Leonie, you are gonna be dancing lambada throughout the month of August. It is not only about the 20th and the 21st. It's more about this spiritual experience which is going to come like a big massive mama confirmation. You're gonna get a taste and the flavor of what your life is going to be. It's to do with that trip and the journey that I was talking about, you know, that you are going to be most certainly at around the mid-August, for sure, at around the 15th, 16th, 17th of August. This is when things are going to be happening and unfolding in your life. But all I can say to you, you can just prepare to dance lambada throughout the months of August 2023. By the end of August, your life is going to bring the whole new meaning to you. I am so happy, because listen to me very carefully. This is not just, oh my God, this and that. No, baby, no. This is to do with something that you were dreaming about for absolute ages, for years, for centuries. You know, honestly, it seems like that, because almost as if you have found yourself not being necessarily unhappy with the way your life is at the moment, but you know that something better is coming. You know that something more is coming. You know that you want more out of life. And this in itself, it's going to be absolutely super highlighted on the 1st and the 2nd of August already. There is so much going to be on your mind on the 1st and the 2nd of August. And please do not ignore those amazing ideas, because some of the ideas that you are going to have on the 1st and the 2nd of August, you're not going to have that ever again. And it's just happening because the time is going to be right. It is the beginning of the months, and at the same time, this is your time. Don't forget that this is your time. Okay, this is the time when your energy is in general much more powerful. And so that means that also, you know, you need to understand that there is a lot that is going to unfold throughout this month. There is a lot that you are going to get out of this month. as long as, your energy is like kind of where it should be, if you know what I mean. So when I say as long as your energy is kind of where it should be, you must really not waste your time. When I say your energy should be where it should be. What do I actually mean by that, my gorgeous Leonie? I mean that, it's like the more you absolutely focus on things that make you feel good, on your passion, the more you are going to get and gain out of it. The more you focus on your passion exactly throughout the month of August, that every single time when you focus on something that makes you feel so passionate, every single time you are going to rejuvenate yourself, every single time you're going to regenerate yourself, every single time you're going to heal yourself, because your vibration and energy is going to be so much more powerful, because this is your time. Okay, so this is something that I need you to understand. And also, on another note, my gorgeous Leonie, you know that there is something that you're going to need to do. It's like, oh my God, you know that there is something that you're going to need to do. Seriously, there is a certain step that you're going to need to make, but you're going to be so worried. There is something that is going to scare you so much, and it's also to do, don't worry, I'm going to cover the whole month, but it's also to do at around the 20th of August again, the 20th of August, at around the 20th of August, there is something that you're going to need to do, the certain step, but something it's going to be really scaring you, something is going to be worrying you. You're going to be like you're going to need to do something so important, the certain step, and you're going to have to do this. And what you need to do is just be as open-minded, but also at the same time you need to think positive, because you're going to be absolutely fine. This is going to be imminent for you to do. And even if you ignore it now, this is or if you don't do that necessary step now that you're gonna feel so scared about, it's just the basic. If you don't do this now, this is gonna catch up with you later on. This is something that you need to do, and this is something really personal, that you don't even like talking to us other people about, or only to those who are very, very special to you in your lives indeed. So this is something that you also need to remember. Something that's really going to scare you, but it's more about, because you've never done this before, but you will know that this is something that you must do. Perhaps it's something to do with your health, maybe it's to do with some kind of a surgery, maybe it's to do with something but it's it's just to do with something really personal to you. Okay, so this is something that you need to remember. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is 96. I mean, this is brilliant. Do you know why? Because you are going to have such an amazing accomplishment at around the 9th of August. At around the 9th of August already, you are going to be from the 9th of August, I should say, from the 9th of August onwards, you're going to become aware of this accomplishment. You're going to become aware of this accomplishment. It's to do with things that you're working on. It's to do with things that you've put so much of your precious energy towards. But basically, it's to do with something that you've been working on. But this accomplishment is really going to surprise you, because it's going to be better than what you actually thought. And now when you realize, oh my God, on which kind of scale this is going to go, hello darling, where'd you go up there? Do you know what I mean? When you realize on which scale this actually went, you're really going to like it. It's going to surprise you, because something is going to be more successful than you actually anticipated. And this is where the big, giant, absolutely enormous mama is about to step in. How is a big, enormous mama going to step in? Well, it's not only about you feeling ooh la la, rather pleased, but it's like you realizing exactly what are you also going to do right now. There is something really specific that you are going to realize, but this is to do with your desires, and this is to do with how you want your life to be, and this is to do with some kind of ideas that you're going to want to implement here indeed. And at the same time, you are also going to hear about some kind of a danger some kind of a danger. It is nothing to do with your life personal. Don't get me wrong. There is something that you're gonna hear that happened to other people, and what you're gonna realize here, it's like, oh my god, something that happened to other people. All I can say to you, it's like you're gonna hear what happened to other people, but what you're gonna understand. I know that this is gonna sound horrible, what I'm gonna say, but it is how it's gonna be. And I'm just going to tell you honestly what I see here. So what you're going to realize is what a certain people has done to themselves. What the people have done to themselves. And you're going to be like, oh my God, there is something that a certain people has done to themselves, pam, 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 and what these people have done to themselves. And now it's like really working really terribly against them. Some kind of destruction, some kind of a self-destruction, but something also that you were aware of for a long time, but maybe nothing to do with these specific people. These specific people have nothing to do with your life. You don't know who these people is, but who these people is. You don't know who these people are, but what you're gonna really, it's not about who these people are, but it's about the information, and even most importantly, this realization. You will know that maybe, well, do you know what I mean, there's been more going on wherever this is going on, but you're also gonna understand that there are lots of dark, negative, devilish people with lots of like ulterior motives as well involved with this. But the bottom line is, it's not necessarily that you didn't know this before, but this is just going to have a completely opposite effect on you, because this is more going to prove your point more than anything else. It's what you knew anyway, but it's more about the actual effect this is going to have on you and on your life. Because I know that this is going to sound, oh my God, but this is something which is really going to make you feel so creative, because you will realize how smart you are. You will realize how wise you are. Because of this, you will realize how clever you are, because you know something, you're aware of something, and this in itself is making you clever, very clever, and making you different from other people. Isn't that beautiful realization on this spiritual journey? You know that there is so much to this life, my gorgeous Leonie. And I don't even feel sorry for those people who don't understand and who are never gonna understand. But I've said this before. If you're here, if you're watching me, if you're watching this channel, then you know that there is so much more to this life, and we are meant to be the way we are. We are meant to be like this. We are constantly growing, constantly changing, we are constantly evolving, we are open-minded, and we do understand the power of our third psychic eye, also known as the actual pineal gland. Okay, some people are never going to understand this, and this is why you need to be happy, because your level of consciousness is different to everybody else's, and this is just a wonderful realization in this life, on this spiritual journey. Okay, it's not everything pink, blue, purple, gorgeous, blah blah blah. Of course it's not. Life is very difficult. It is very hard indeed. But the more you know that there are like kind of a different type of beings walking out there, the more you know this, the more you're aware of this, the more you're evolving and growing, and the more your light is shining brighter right in front of you, which is at the same time, making your whole path so much clearer. Okay, and at the same time, my gorgeous Leonie, this is gonna make you actually go really creative to do what you want to do. This is even more going to motivate you to change your life, to start moving on and to focus on the destination where you want to get. Because at the moment you will know, you will be aware of this, and you are aware of this right now. You are you're midway, you're midway now, right now, and this is, you're aware of this. And this is not only going to make you like extremely creative, but it's also going to kind of pick you up when it comes to you understanding and realize what exactly exactly do you need to move on from your life, and what exactly do you need to move towards. There is someone who is beautifully and gorgeously going to inspire you at around that particular time. Somebody very successful, somebody really unusual, somebody really different, and somebody really quirky. It's going to be on your mind quite a lot, and it's also going to be like really motivating you at the time. And this seems to be like also like a very much so the part of this sacred energy that you are going to find so beneficial, because I'm telling you, if certain people, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling that MF is not real. Another psyop, that. I'm telling you right now, that MF is not real. Another psyop, psyop. Just ignore it. Sorry, I always go off a little bit. But anyway, so somebody is also going to be motivating you at the right time, and this is going to be the right person indeed. And it's also going to lead towards you understanding by the time August comes to an end that there is a sacrifice that you are going to need to make, that you're going to realize that you're going to need to make. And this sacrifice is probably going to be one of the biggest sacrifices of your life. But it's really not going to seem like that. Let me tell you something. If you're thinking about it right now, then you're going to see this as like a really, or if you start thinking about that sacrifice right now that you're going to make, then this would be like, oh my God, really, really scary. But because of the things that are going to happen and unfold by the end of August, this in itself is going to seem like completely different. So this is why it's important for us to go through the certain experiences in life, because we understand so much about ourselves on a completely different level, in a completely different light, which does reflect on so many other things that we know that are imminent to do, because sometimes, we do need to make a massive sacrifice. And once we make that massive, big sacrifice, the bigger the sacrifice is, the greater the change is going to come to us indeed. So this is why this is so important. So in numerology, your number is number 96. Okay, this is a very powerful number, but it also means that throughout this month you are gonna feel like you are being guided, you are gonna feel like somebody's persistently around you, you are gonna feel like somebody's watching over you, you are gonna feel like someone is holding your back. And this is not surprising whatsoever, because this is your time. And I will tell you something also, if you do it at around the 15th, or if you do it on the 15th of August, on the 15th of August precisely, on the 15th of August precisely, on the 13th of August precisely, and on the 18th of August precisely, these 3 days, you ask a question somewhere, go somewhere, be somewhere within the nature, go somewhere by the sea, in the forest, by the forest, by the river, by the lake, and ask a question within these 3 days. Ask the question, any question you want to ask, loud and clear, and the answer is going to come. The answer is going to come, I'm telling you. This is so important for you to understand, because the answer is going to come from your spirit guide, from your guardian angel, or from somebody very friendly spirit, some kind of very friendly spirit who decided to maybe at that particular time to watch over you. You need to understand this is going to be really important, but this is also like kind of going to be super essential when it comes to your whole life. This in itself is going to be an amazing spiritual experience. You're going to surprise yourself the way things are going to work, but most importantly, you're also going to be surprised the way the answer is going to come. Maybe you're even going to hear something in the middle of the forest, the answer. Can you imagine? Maybe you will see something, maybe you will sense something, maybe you will feel something, maybe it's going to happen a little bit later on. It really depends. To be in the forest or within the nature, it's all about the power of this actual connection that you are going to have. You can ask any question, my gorgeous Leonie, and you are most certainly going to get the most out of it. Okay, and when it comes to the actual nutrition and health, I highly recommend you to take a natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system, and it's going to be brilliant for your bones, and it's also going to be fantastic for your energy, what lots of people don't know. And vitamin D3, it's fantastic to take with natural zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and it's brilliant in combination with vitamin D3, okay, to boost your immune system for skin, hair, and nails. And the third supplement, which I highly suggest you, is organic chlorella, which is a natural form of, which is a natural supplement, and it's rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our mind, for our brain, for our memory, for focus, and this type of thing. And on top of that, organic chlorella is brilliant when it comes to detoxifying our bodies from the dangerous metals as well. You know by now that these are my vitamins. I decided to make my own vitamins that are without any chemicals, any rubbish, any horrible ingredients, any fillers. They're absolutely super natural, and also they are suitable for everybody, like vegetarians and vegans, and they're made with the high quality ingredients, as you can imagine. And at the moment they're on a half price as well. Okay, so in order to buy them, you can just see the link in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my page is going to come up that way as well. Organic chlorella, that's it. Okay, and then we have vitamin D3. Okay, and then we have zinc picolinate. Okay, I don't know, did I say if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And just remember, they are on a half price sale at the moment. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm going to start with the very first date. Now this is important. This is very, very important. On the very 1st of August, you are going to wake up in the morning, and there is something going to be on your mind. There is a specific word going to be on your mind. You're not the only sign who is actually going to have this when it comes to the month of August. You are going to have this because you're going to be super, super spiritual and super open-minded, okay, throughout the month of August. So on the 1st of August, something is going to be on your mind. You're going to wake up, the specific word that you don't normally use. So let's say you normally call a cat like a cat, and then you wake up and it's like on your mind, it's like a feline, and you're thinking, oh my god, feline, that's strange. And this should be important enough to get your attention. It is something that I'm going to need from you to literally write down, because later on you may forget. By the time you get to the 30th, on the 30th of August, you are going to be dealing with a situation where you're going to find yourself on a crossroads, on a massive crossroads, and that particular word that it's going to be on your mind, it's going to be the answer when it comes to this particular crossroads that you're going to be having on the 30th of August. And everything is going to be clear, and everything is going to unfold the way it should unfold, as long as you apply that particular word that was on your mind on the very 1st of August. Indeed, I hope this is not too confusing. Okay. The second important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be, did you really think that I'm going to forget you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, pam pam para pam pam. My God. gorgeous Leonie, happy birthday, and happy birthday. This is why so much is going to be happening, because this is your time, my gorgeous Leonie. This is your time. The second important date is going to be on the 3rd of August. On the 3rd of August, you are going to see something which is gonna attract you so much. You're gonna see something, and this is gonna attract you. You're gonna attract you so much. You're gonna see something, and you're gonna instantly become passionate about something. You will instantly want to learn about something, and you need to understand that this is so important, because at around the same time you're also going to hear a really positive news that are gonna put your mind in such a great, it's gonna put your mind, in such a great mood. That's what I'm looking for, a mood. It's gonna put your mind in such a great mood anyway. So that in itself, it's really gonna be like a powerful enough in order for you to kind of really be just a little tiny bit adventurous when it comes to this, because this is really going to surprise you. So you're really gonna need to be open-minded here, and I suppose this is the part of the little challenge that you're gonna need to go through. There is so much more to this. Okay, there is so much more to this. What is going to happen on the 3rd of August when it comes to you suddenly feeling this need to explore something, need to learn something, need to find out more about something, but it's responding to your own passion. This is really important, because this is going to lead towards a huge change, towards you being able to make a big change in your life in as little as 10 months time. I know you're gonna tell me oh my God, but 10 months time, do I have to wait 10 months time? Come on, man. The best things don't happen overnight. I'm talking to you and right now that you need to be as open-minded about this as you possibly can, and in exactly 10 months time there is going to be really great change in your life happening because of this, which is going to make you feel so much happier. And it's to do with your home, it's to do with your immediate environment, it's to do with you having so much more pleasure, joy, peace, love, contentment, you know what I mean? But also at the same time, you are going to have support from the right people in your life to do this, but also you are doing something really powerful here, because it is going to bring an amazing reputation to you. Okay, and this is brilliant, and this is all about, and also when it comes to seeing something that it's gonna attract you so much, it's what you're gonna see. For example, what I said on the 3rd of August, what are you gonna see, and what are you gonna feel so passionate about? This is you're instantly gonna feel like you want to be a part of. You're gonna instantly feel how this comes natural to you. So this is something that you need to kind of really pay attention to, but at the same time, this is not gonna work unless you are persistent, and unless you take this seriously. As I said, this is gonna make your life so much more complete, and it's all gonna start in a form of you suddenly feeling passionate about what are you gonna see and what you're gonna come across. Well, my gorgeous Leonie, things in life happen for a reason. This in itself, this day, you will remember for the rest of your life, because you do not understand what a huge impact on your life this is going to have right now. You're only going to be able to see and understand in exactly 10 months time. This what you're going to find feeling so passionate about on the 3rd of August. It's going to start the process of a healing transformation as well, and it's also going to bring so much peace into your life, and it's going to help you to open your heart as well. So important. On another note, what else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Leonie, would be this absolutely beautiful Thulite. Gorgeous Thulite. It's so important because it's going to help you to kind of be so much more energetic, and it's going to help you to feel so much better, especially at the time when you feel feel like really down, really negative, and when you just kind of sometimes you just can't be bothered to do anything. Of course, everybody is going through this, but we must not allow this to affect things that are making us feel passionate, because when those things are affected that are making us feel passionate, then we don't necessarily become ill straight away, but it does lead towards things that are going to kind of stop our transformation, which is going to reflect ultimately on our healing progress in general. So there is so much that gets affected. This gorgeous tool light, basically it helps you to break distracting habits, it helps you to fight addiction, and it has a ridiculously powerful effect on your life force energies. Okay, so this gorgeous tool light, I highly recommend you to wear throughout August, September, and October. And it also comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain. Okay, the second important date, it's going to be on the 11th of August. On the 11th of August, my gorgeous Leonie, you know, something is really going to, something is going to make you feel really angry here, like quite a lot actually. Something is going to make you really angry, and you will kind of want to, there is some kind of situation that you're going to be dealing with. This is very important, listen to me very carefully. Something is going to make you like a little bit angry on the 11th of August, okay? But when it comes to this, you need to understand that you have to let things settle. There is no way out of this situation unless you let things settle. That's exactly what you need to do. I think that something is going to make you like a little bit furious, something is going to make you feel a little bit angry, and if you do something at that moment in time, oh my God, you would do something irreversible. You would do something that you would regret for the rest of your life. Here is a dark Lala coming in. You're going to do something which you are going to regret for the rest of your life. Okay, that was enough of a warning for you, my gorgeous Leonie. So you don't want to do something that it's going to be irreversible. Okay, so just remember, and I think that someone is going to like piss you off just like a little bit, quite a lot here. But when you find yourself in this moment of like, oh my God, you just please remember to let things settle. Okay, let things settle, because by letting things settle, you are already going to give a very powerful signal to your spirit, to your soul. Do you understand me? By wanting to let things settle, you're already showing your maturity. Not to Jane, Mark, Robert, and Mary. Do you know what I mean? No, baby, no. To yourself and to your spirit. Okay, so you are communicating with your own spirit here by understanding that the most mature thing at this stage would be to let things settle. By letting things settle in as little as 4 days after that moment in time, you are already going to reconnect to your inner strength, and you're going to realize that there are other people that are going through this, and the other people have been going through this, and this is going to make a huge impact here, because you will know that you're not alone. Not that you need to know that other people are going through the same thing. It doesn't matter. This is going to be felt on a completely different level. And then you are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At around the 15th of August, you're already going to have an interesting realization. So as soon as you realize that you are not alone, you are going to have this interesting realization. And this interesting realization is going to bring you resolution to that particular problem that you're going to be dealing on the 11th of August, and it's going to be completely different and completely opposite to what you would have done in the first place if you just exploded in this situation. So this is why this is so important, and it's not only about having the right answer. It's not only about that. This is not only bringing resolution of that particular problem, which is going to be different to like how you would have initially responded, you see, but it's also going to kind of like bring an important like a kind of like it's not only about a resolution, but also it's about, you're going to realize that there is some kind of compromise that you are going to need to make. You're going to somehow be inspired to make some kind of a compromise, and otherwise you would have never ever done this before. And this is the mature you speaking. This is the elevated you speaking. This is the future you speaking, my gorgeous Leonie. You see what I mean? So this is really, really important indeed. And also, when it comes to the actual 17th of August, 1-7, on the 17th of August, my gorgeous Leonie, oh my God, completely opposite like of what is going to happen on the 11th of August, baby. On the 17th of August, a gorgeous little emotional experience, something beautiful, like really nice, it's going to happen to you, and people who mean to you so much are also going to be somehow involved with this. People who are the most important people to your life are somehow going to be involved with what is actually going to happen to you on the 17th of August. And this is going to mean to you so much, because what is going to happen, this beautiful emotional experience, it's not only going to open your eyes, but it's also going to restore your balance, and it's going to make you feel so happy, and it's going to put you in a mood where you will want to embrace the blessing of life. And this is because you are going to find yourself in the middle of this realignment, okay, where you're already going to start feeling this powerful energy flow, and this in itself is going to lead towards the moment of the self-discovery. You will know, my gorgeous Leonie, what exactly do you need to dive in very, very deep as soon as you possibly can. This is going to lead towards the moment of self-discovery, but when I say the moment of self-discovery, you will fully understand what do you need to dive in as deep as you possibly can. The deeper you dive, the more you're going to discover and rediscover about yourself. This day is going to be very unusual, but it's also going to make you realize that there is so much more to life. There is so much more for you to do. There is so much more for you to explore. There is so much more for you to try. It's like, oh my God, a really great wake-up call at the same time. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be this gorgeous Labradorite. Labradorite is brilliant. Look how gorgeous it is. As soon as you wear this baby, it's just basically, it really kind of enhance about you what you want to be enhanced. Whether this is to do with something physical, whether this is to do with like something spiritual, or whether this is to do with something like mental, mental, do you even say mental? Whether this is to do with something mental, I suppose so, yeah. Whether it's to do with something spiritual, physical, or whether it's to do with something like how you want to like kind of express yourself, for example, so this gorgeous Labradorite, it also helps you to break negativity within yourself, and it protects you from the negativity against negativity from the world, and I think that we can all kind of benefit from that this stage of our lives, I think, yeah. So this gorgeous Labradorite comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The next important date is going to be on the 19th of August. On the 19th of August, you are going to have a really beautiful sign, a really beautiful and unusual sign. I mean, beautiful, more unusual, bizarre and strange than anything else. So you are going to have a very unusual, strange, bizarre sign, but it's still going to be something so beautiful about it. And you will understand fully when you have that sign, it's not about the sign, but it's about what you're going to understand at that moment in time. That sign is going to be a clear indication that something is about to happen to you. It's like premonition, like something really big, something really important. It's about to happen to you, my gorgeous Leonie. So before you have that, that experience, this sign is going to kind of warn you. in a good way, about this experience that you're already going to have. And this in itself, it's more about some kind of like a rather meaningful experience, some kind of mini adventure you're going to have. So on the 19th of August, before you have a mini adventure, you are already going to have a sign, something unusual, very unusual sign, and then you will know like, oh my God, I think my mini adventure, it's about to happen. And this is exactly what is going to happen. Something is going to happen, and you are going to really like what is going to happen, and you will know that at that moment in time when that mini adventure happens, you're already giving birth to something. You will give a birth to something already. I know it may not make sense now, but it's going to make sense later on. And this also is going to open your eyes like never before, and you will know exactly how you want to live your life. You will know exactly how you want to live your life. Okay? The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 31st of August. This is brilliant when it comes to the 31st of August, because, now this is a lot to do with that, with an outcome of the past effort, something that, this is brilliant because it's to do with an outcome of past efforts, which is gonna bring the actual security into your life. But this is to do with materialistic gain. And it's to do with things materialistic. So really pretty much so an outcome of the past effort, but it's to do with the security, but it's to do with like a financial security. And at the same time, that in itself, it's going to make you aware of doing something really wise now, because this is going to require from you to make the necessary steps. So it's not only about like a really good news about something that you, like what I said before, something that you worked on and something that is going to bring an outcome of a past effort, but it's more about the beginning of a little process here. Okay, you will know that this is good for the finances, financial situation, and financial security, but it is going to require from you to make the necessary step. And this necessary step, it's going to be something really, really wise that you are going to be thinking about. And at the same time, while you're making this step, you're also going to kind of release yourself from so much that was binding you, release yourself from so much that was holding you down and preventing you to move on. By making this wise step that is going to be absolutely obvious here, you need to understand you're following your bliss, and you're opening your door to the divine. And while you're opening your door to the divine, you need to understand that very often we remember something really specific, and then you're going to remember something some kind of idea that you had like a quite while ago, like a few months ago. Now suddenly you're going to remember some kind of idea that you had a few months ago that you kind of maybe even forgot about, and you are going to surprise yourself like, where is this coming from? But you will know that this idea that you had within the last few months, that suddenly you're going to remember, there is a very specific reason for it. That idea, it's important for you to implement at this stage of your life, at this stage of your spiritual journey, because that idea is an essence, the actual essence, which is going to make everything so much better for you in order to live in the moment and enjoy every single day of your life. My gorgeous Leonie, it looks like how you are going to, where you're going to, and how your life is going to unfold. You're not even going to need your holidays anymore, because you're going to be enjoying yourself. Who needs the holidays when you have a holidays every day, baby? This is exactly what is going to happen to you, the way things are unfolding. Absolutely brilliant. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. So for those of you in relationship, this is you have to be very careful now. You are going to have some kind of opportunity at around the 16th of August, and this opportunity, it's going to seem too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, then just don't do it. Just ignore it. So there is going to be an opportunity which is going to seem to be too good to be true. And please don't go for it, because you're both going to feel this. Because beyond this is someone who you cannot trust, both of you. Beyond this is somebody who is very dishonest, and beyond this is somebody who is lying. And if you go for this opportunity that you are both going to have, that is going to seem too good to be true, and you will know this is it, you know, you are going to repeat some kind of errors. But very interesting here is that both of you will know kind of, and both of you will mention like, okay, if we go for this, we're going to repeat the same errors that we've done. This is what you need to do. You need to go, my lower back just hurt. You need to go to your initial realization, because let me tell you, only like 7 days after that moment in time, only 7, so you ignore this opportunity that something is not going to seem right about it at around the 16th of August, and only 7 days after that moment in time, something really weird is going to happen, something quite spontaneous is going to happen to both of you, completely unplanned, where you're both going to realize something really specific that you want to do, and something really specific that is going to change your life in the best possible way, and something really specific which is bringing unlimited opportunities, you know, very, very bright prospects into your both of your lives. And you wouldn't have this if you kind of went against your psychic feelings, your intuition, and that voice within, which is going to be guiding you from kind of like not doing what you shouldn't be doing, you know. So please do not go for something which is only going to create a situation of repeated errors, which means that karmically this is going to be keep on bouncing back until you both, I know it's a terrible word to say lesson, learn your lesson, you know, but it is like that basically. And for those of you who are actually in a single and ready to, hello my darling, are you ready? For those of you who are single and ready to, hello love, now my gorgeous Leonich, you know what, at around the 5th of August, you know, you will realize that there is something that you've been struggling with. At around the 5th of August, you're going to realize that there is something that you've been struggling with. And what you're going to realize that you've been struggling with is something that is making you unhappy, something that you are doing persistently, but it has come to an end when it comes to karma. So this is going to be making your life to kind of drag, you know, and this is going to slow you down until you realize, oh, what's making me so slow? What's making me so heavy? And then you turn around and realize, all right, I'll cut you off. Bye. You know what I mean? So you're gonna realize at around the itchy nose, you're gonna realize at around the 5th of August, no, my nose is not itchy because of some kind of substances. Don't even go there. I do not use any substances, okay? So this is what people used to say to me, but I just said it so many times. If I was using substances and my nose is itchy because of the substances all these years that I've done this, I think that I would be like a skeleton, like a hanging of the ceiling over there. Do you know what I mean? You would be just listening to my recorded voice, yeah? Do you know, if I was doing this, like every single time when I would like scratch my nose, yeah, I get it, because I'm very chatty, I talk a lot, blah blah blah, and then people are, oh, he's scratching his nose, he's on illegal substances. I'm not. If I was on illegal substances, I'm telling you, I would have been like dead by now, literally, you know. I'm not. Okay, so but anyway, yes, so at around the 5th of August, you're going to realize what was making you struggle, what's making you unhappy, and you're going to realize what has come to an end. Now, this is so important because it's just something that was unnecessarily made you worry. And here you're going to realize that you want to cut this out of your life and move away from this. And as soon as you do this, it's so important. This is why by the end of August, it's someone really amazing. It's about to walk into your life. My gorgeous Leonie, I'm seeing a romance. I'm seeing that you're going to meet someone very special, someone really beautiful, someone very calm, someone very peaceful, someone very tranquil, but someone who is also going to have such a beautiful energy that is going to be projecting towards you. When you meet this person, you're going to feel instantly so calm and so good. You're going to feel like you can take all your whole clothes off You're gonna feel like you can be completely naked in front of that person the first 5 minutes and you wouldn't even care. Is this even normal to feel like this? I suppose it is. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna feel so relaxed when it comes to that particular person. Something is gonna be so different, but in terms of the actual calmness, how calm this person is, and you're gonna feel like you really are like a one person. You're gonna feel like you're one person, and you're gonna feel like also you've known this person for a long time. Listen to me very carefully. This is someone who is going to make a major impact on your life. It's to do with a romance, baby, which is going to turn in the greatest love ever, okay? But then again, on another note, what you need to understand, even if that person doesn't turn up by the end of August, maybe that person is going to turn up in September. You know, sometimes it really depends. Certain people are a little bit in front, a little bit ahead, and certain people are a little bit behind. So it doesn't matter. Don't be disappointed if you haven't met that person by the end of August. You know, it's more about your indication, where you're gonna find yourself at, you know, what you're gonna do throughout August, which idea you're gonna have where you wanna go, which realizations you're gonna have, which people are gonna be very interesting to you, which people you're gonna find really gorgeous that you normally wouldn't find gorgeous. You know, you're also gonna realize because of this person how much you've actually changed. But your clues are going to be like your realization, your way of thinking, the ideas where you wanna go, you know, because it is gonna happen. At the time when you meet this person, there are other people going to be around, and you are going to be enjoying yourself quite a lot as well. So little by little, you're going to have more and more clues how this person is going to walk into your life. So do not be sad if that person doesn't appear in by the end of August, because it's most certainly going to be appearing by the end of September 2023. My gorgeous Leonie, happy birthday, and happy birthday again. Make the most of it. I love every single one of you. All I want to say to you, this month, you know, you are gonna really know exactly what do you want to do with your life, you know, and it's you are getting to the destination where, my goodness, everything is gonna be upside down in the best possible way. This is gonna be brilliant, how things are going to unfold, but most importantly, how are things gonna unfold even further when it comes to the months of September and even October. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.